remember when you're going to extinguish the candle in the cup? Do you remember when that happens? Amavdil bin Kodesh lechol dunk. Amavdil bin Kodesh. Okay, good. And then, Olive, you're going to share your message, right? Then we're going to all sing. So did everybody, all of the messages, yes. All of the messages are good. All right, sweet. No, you're going to read this, and then you're at the last line. What do you want to remember about this moment? And we're going to give it a few up. And I'll help with that. Yeah. Okay? We just assigned them. So this one is fine? No, that one is fine. Do you want one? You said you didn't want one. Okay, I was just confused by the color. No. Would you like one? Because I have one more, because I can give one to Raphael if you don't want it. Okay, cool. So, when it's your turn to speak, just pull this up and bring it to your mouth, and you'll be in good shape. Okay? Cool. Can we take your picture? How many tries do they get?
Can we meet on that?
We're going to hang you with the other.
I'm here for them, so I'm happy to share. Yeah.
Oh, no, we can't share. They'll take forever. They'll be like, oh, no. Okay, so let's leave our services on the chairs. Oh, we need Raphael's, and I need my jacket. I'm going to go.
That's my war dress.
Okay.
I usually do. Hi, folks. How's it going? Did everybody wear white black on purpose? No. It just happened. Well, that's fun. Show me the white dress. This is my other jacket. We'll make sure they're on in a minute. So you'll want to, am I going to talk about mics? Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to take it, we don't hold it here or here or here, here, okay? Like this, not like this, or like this. Cool. For the photos?
Most likely up here. What do you think, Aaron?
Traditional photos, everybody's up here with the arc behind you.
All right.
Yeah. So let's just cue it up, and then I can kind of see where y'all need to stand. But I think kind of center, and then half of you are kind of on one side of the black box, and a little bit closer to me though, up closer. And then that's just. I'm missing a few.
We're waiting on one. Oh, it's done.
Yeah, we're waiting for Rob.
Just getting
No,
some
that's fine.
practice.
This is all practice at this point, so I'm just trying to see. And then we're going to have some folks on the outside. Okay, that's working good. And then I got this. Oh, great. Are you excited for tonight?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you. All come here too.
How many more people are there?
One more.
So one, Raphael?
Yeah,
And then we're going to get,
Yeah.
who
Me,
is she?
Rabbi
I think
Green,
Carly's.
Carly.
We're missing one. We're waiting for Raphael. You guys can hang out.
Okay.
Of course you didn't notice. They're all wearing white and black.
We didn't even do it on purpose.
You didn't do it on purpose?
If Rafi's not, that's going to be so.
That's little. I screwed it up.
I did too.
That's not black?
That's navy.
Oh, I knew that.
Toby, are those navy pants or black pants?
Navy.
Oh, Toby!
This
Cool.
is Jack.
That's
with you? Hi.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
glad to be here.
You betcha.
So just so you know, I'm gonna be in front to, like, in that chair where that music stand is, just because I don't want to block any views.
Is this
Just
the
wanted
young
to
woman
give
in
you
the
that.
door part of the
No.
cohort? No.
Younger.
Okay.
Younger sibling.
Sibling. Okay.
We're only waiting. We're waiting for Raphael.
Okay. Well, I guess if we had to, we could do it after if there was like, if that was a situation.
Sorry.
So, how's everyone?
Pretty good. I'm tired.
I mean, it is 7:30 on a Saturday night.
I just went to a really long graduation.
Graduations are really long.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, they're really long.
And they're kind of boring.
They're so boring.
They're so boring.
Such a,
Who wants to listen
that's
to
my
like
weekend ahead.
Who was your speaker at your
15,000 names?
ordination? Oh my gosh, how long was that? We had,
Well, we
Is
didn't
it
go to the
Tova
beach,
Felton?
we only went to some linguistics ones. so
Tova
it wasn't
Felton,
actually,
the
like,
actress?
2 hours.
yeah, did she
The
make
main one was like
Golda?
5 hours.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I have-
I won't forget.
I remember graduation, not ordination, but graduation was Ruth Westheimer.
What's ordination?
We did our graduation the same year as our ordination.
So graduation for like clergy folks, when you are finished with your clergy training, you are ordained. But the year before that, we got master's degrees.
So, fun fact, I didn't, because our cantorial class was all in Israel for the 4th year, because I had the weird year.
Right.
So we did our ordination and master's graduation.
All at the same time. So we got a master's, but then afterwards we were ordained.
And he is celebrating his 25th.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy birthday.
I'm not 25 years old.
That was funny.
Happy ordination day.
Oh, I thought you said his birthday was tomorrow. Can I
Yeah,
get
his
a water?
25th.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We're waiting for Raphael. So you guys want to sit? You want to like stand there? That's fine.
Wait, did we miss your birthday?
Oh, do you need them there?
Just someone.
All right, stay there.
Just want to see. I don't know if this like worked or not.
Stay there. Oh, look, it's the Caleb photo shoot. Oh, GQ.
I already have that photo. Okay, good.
Oh, Kirk's birthday too.
Which microphone? So what do you want to, Carly, do you want to use a wireless microphone?
I think it's gonna be like 2 minutes, so I can just grab the
You're just going to grab a microphone and talk from there? Smart. Okay, mine's longer than 2 minutes.
I thought you were doing this.
I'm sharing something at the end.
That was a blessing.
It is, but it's a long one.
Okay.
It's a long one. Oh, I'm not going to put this on until after.
Oh, yeah.
It did,
Kids were told 7:20,
right.
so the kids aren't reporting.
No, I told them in class too, but
But if they're not giving any information.
yeah, I know.
I just really kind of
But
want to
it is
fix your
something.
collar. Like, just, yes.
Okay.
Is your birthday May 10th, right?
And is it that or is it early?
No, it's a week from tomorrow.
So if I have to wait till the 12th.
56.
Shoot, how old are you? 56? Oh, you're the same way, same age. What's your,
Well, I'm
June
almost a whole year.
16th?
15th, I'm almost a whole
15th.
year.
Oh my gosh, I was close though.
Birthday's coming up.
What's yours?
December.
Oh,
I'm exactly 6 months.
So,
wait, you're the 15th?
people what's going on so they know out front, or do you think it'll just
Love that.
it'll spread?
Yeah. And here you are in the synagogue. can go on a step or something.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's too wide, like,
I think the five of you should go on the lower step. You can be on the top.
The three of us
And
can.
then you guys in the back.
Okay. One step forward. There we go.
Come on the step.
Raphael, I'm gonna go right over there, dude.
Perfect. And then you guys switch.
okay. Oh, here, yeah.
Okay, why you step right down here?
Oh, yeah. She's not okay, because I'm short. I get it.
Okay, lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Okay,
Look who the new teacher is.
Okay, Carly, this way, please.
Ah!
We're gonna do a few to make sure we get some really good ones.
Can we do a silly one too?
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Silly.
Wait, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, wait, I don't know.
Really?
Too much pressure.
Okay, let's do a couple more here. We got a little different vibes for everybody. Yeah, that's fun.
Old school.
Okay. Everybody up here. Mr. Roth, lovely. Oh my gosh, you guys are fantastic. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Good.
We did it.
really hope I look good in at least one of those.
We're good?
Good.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and bring everybody in. You folks go and have a seat.
Everybody take a breath, get ready. You're gonna do amazing. Lovely evening.
Let's turn on the microphones. Test. Oof.
So do you pop it or pull it out?
Okay. When it's your turn, you're going to take the microphone and you're going to read your message. That's what you wrote. Okay, so read it over now to kind of get used to it. All right? Okay? Good. Thumbs up. Let me bring everybody inside.
I'm excited.
I just hope I don't mess up my speech. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
di-
you're right.
di-
My sister
Dive
is.
is the right way to say it.
Yeah.
Cantor, do you have a pen?
Cancer, do you have a pen, per chance?
In the reading desk, there's like a whole bunch.
Okay, thank you.
And somehow they just keep accumulating. The pens in the reading desk.
Yeah, they're like a lot.
It's okay.
Sorry, Reb.
Should be.
I still don't even know where it is.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
No, I just mispronounced it. That was my fault.
Good, how are you?
Hey, give me a candle with no wicks.
Good to see you.
Hiya, folks. So, if you want, there's a service. If we can pick some up, if you want one, they're just outside the door. We'll go and get some for you. And, oh, you're already on it. So, we have a little service so you can follow along with the words. This was the hardest confirmation to schedule that I've ever experienced in 25 years. But it's kind of worth it because Havdalah is very sweet time. Havdalah is the separation between the holy Shabbat and the ordinary the rest of the week. And we have students that are extraordinary, that are special, and everything that they experience is going to be brought out, not just to the rest of the week, but we hope and pray to the rest of their lives. And that is something that's really powerful and compelling. A brief message about this whole confirmation business. Confirmation is not a classic Jewish tradition. It's something that starts off in the 20th century because the early Reform folks didn't think that it made a lot of sense to say that you're now an adult at 13 years old. So they waited a couple of years, and at 15, which is a huge difference, it actually is, right? It's a huge difference. From 13 to 15, it's a huge difference. And they saw that instead of acknowledging their students' growth as individuals, they focused as a class. So in the early 1910s, Reform synagogues started to have confirmation. Everybody dressed in white. They carried a lot of flowers. And it was always scheduled at Shavuot. Shavuot is the Jewish holiday that marks the giving and the receiving of the Torah. More and more synagogues don't link it to Shavuot because they're away for the summer, right? We're not here until June like we are in New York. So we lost the connection to Shavuot and the giving of the Torah, and little by little it starts to have its own kind of taste, its own kind of flavor. And tonight, this is the first time we've ever done it for Havdalah. And the last few years, we've been giving our students choices on what makes sense for them and how do they want to share this with you. And they had very strong feelings about what they wanted to do, and we wanted to honor that. So confirmation is this growing, confirming who we are as young Jewish adults in the making. And it has been, for me, I don't know about them, but for me, it's been a lovely year. And it's been a very thoughtful year. And I learned a lot from them. And I'm really glad that we get to have this confirmation moment together. So if you want to follow along with Havdalah, it begins opening like a Hebrew opening, right? And join along with Cantor Avery.
ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. ליהודים הייתה אורה, הייתה אורה, ושמחה וששון ויקר. כן תהיה לנו, תהיה לנו we've sung it through once, and since I'm sitting this way, I can hear when you're singing and when you're not. So let's join together. La Yehudim hayta ora vesimcha vesason vikat. La 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 works too. La Yehudim hayta ora vesimcha vesason vikat. Kein tielanu La Yehudim hayta ora vesimcha vesason vikar.
So each of our students are going to be sharing a reflection. It's not written in, but you'll just be able to listen to them as they share them loudly and clearly. But when you'll also see a few different spots where there's some italics. And the italics is an opportunity for us to have a conversation. Just a few thoughts, maybe a couple of people at the time. They wanted this to be a little bit more interactive, more than just them sharing what they feel, that we get to all share, including them. The first reflection is Raphael. Got your message? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to hold it or you want me to hold it?
I'm going to hold it.
Okay, just like that.
Okay. Hi, I am Morpher Avery. This is my speech. Okay. How to be a Jew. As a bar mitzvah, we should live as a Jew because we need classes to learn and grow from being babies into grown-ups. We can be kind, respectful, and very brave men and women. We can make a huge piece together. The greatest of all time, men and women can try to be more like warriors and do good. This is a wonderful time to meet once a week. Confirmation is important. We have a voice. We need to become united, to be young, and try the hardest that we can try to make hard choices and be effective, being the strongest people that we can be, because we know deep down there is good in us.
I'll take the microphone. Okay, Natalie.
We raise the cup of joy, not because everything is easy, but because we choose to celebrate anyway. What in your life is worth celebrating tonight?
That's your turn. Somebody like to share?
Mazel tov.
Who else has a share? Who scored 4 goals? You scored 4 goals in a soccer game. All right, that's a celebration. Oldest son graduates at CU today. Also graduated school today from CU. Sweet, snaps, good. Any other celebration? Celebrating these students and who they're becoming. Beautiful.
That's lovely.
Let's play.
Yai lai, ya la la lai lai lai. Yai lai, ya la 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 lai lai. Ya la lai 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 lai. Ya lai lai lai. Ya lai lai. Yai lai, ya la 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 lai lai. Yai lai, ya la 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 lai lai. Ya la lai 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 lai. Ya lai lai lai. Ya lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen Yai lai ya la 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 Yai lai ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 la
I've always been a Jew, but not the same Jew as I am now. I can remember going to mini-menches, then Sunday school, then to summer camp all the way in Wisconsin. I remember working on my bar mitzvah, and I remember all that I've learned from my Wednesday night classes. With each experience, I have learned, shaped, and discovered my Jewish identity. All of that has culminated in my experience here in confirmation. From confirmation, I have begun to understand what God means to me and what Jewish values are important to me. I've learned how to apply my Jewish values from my trip to Washington, D.C., and how to lobby Congress on issues that are important to me. And from all this, I can confidently say, I am not the same kid as I was a decade ago. And in a decade, I hope that I am not the same man I am now. In that decade, I hope not only to learn, but to act, to take what I've learned from this class and our trip to D.C. and apply it to a whole new level. Rabbi Green has taught me so much throughout my years at Har HaShem, and so much every week while I've been here at confirmation. Him, this class, and this congregation have sent my life and my Jewish identity on a trajectory I'm glad it's on, which has made me a better, more knowledgeable, more understanding, more empathetic, and finally, it's made me the Jew I want to be. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, Shakar.
We breathe in the sweetness of Shabbat as it departs. What sweetness from this year of learning will you carry with you?
I've had to learn to be very patient with my mom as she recovered from a pinched nerve, to just be there. Nothing to do with me feels like a very, very long time, but for her it's very painful. It's got a sweet togetherness. Thank you for sharing that. Sweetness from this year that you carry with you?
Sweetness in that caring is, Eli went off to school, but every time he came home, the joy between the brothers was so incredible to watch how happy they were to see each other. It was so sweet. I'll never not have that.
Sweetness is a big brother coming home and seeing them reunite. Who else? A sweetness. Daughters growing up, launched and becoming inspirations. Lovely. One more? Yeah. Lovely. Being together, family, grandchildren, brides. Beautiful. Okay.
Lai lai ya la la lai 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 ya lai
Ya la 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 ya ya la la ya ya
ya lai lai ya lai lai ya lai ya la 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 lai lai ya lai ya la 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 lai lai ya la la ya lai 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 lai
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim
ya lai ya la la lai 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 ya lai ya la la lai 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 ya la lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai lai.
Once upon a time, I was just a little baby Jew. I've always known I'm Jewish and lived in an all-Jewish household, but as a baby Jew, I felt stuck and confused because I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to interpret my religion in my own ways. As I got older, I dealt with internal conflict because I didn't feel like I believed in the right things or that I was Jewish enough. This made me feel like I was doing something wrong and made me internalize my feelings and opinions. However, throughout this past year, confirmation class has taught me that there's no right or wrong way of being a Jew, and that Judaism can mean so many things and can be interpreted differently by everyone. With this class, I've been able to listen to other people's opinions, traditions, questions, and ideas, and I've always been comfortable to share mine. This wasn't just because I was spending my Wednesday nights with such amazing people, it was also because I was able to reflect on my own thoughts and experiences, while learning new things and being introduced to so many variations of Judaism. I used to complain to my parents about making me come to synagogue on Sundays, but now, working as a madricha, I feel honored to get to see these young kids, including my siblings, go through their childhood with support from such an amazing community. Through every experience I've had at this synagogue, starting with many mentions to meeting lifelong friends who are here with me today, to being a bat mitzvah, and now being able to see a whole new generation to do the same thing, I feel grateful. This past year has taught me so much about who I am as a Jew, and I can't wait to go on with the wisdom and experiences I've gained through it.
We look at our hands in the light of this flame, the same hands that we will do the work of the week ahead. What will you do with yours?
Moving into the week, what's the work that we will do with our hands?
I'll say that we just moved into a new house in New York, and
Okay, we're fixing up houses. That's a little bit of work for sure. Yard work. Moving back home.
Yeah.
Transitioning off of crutches. I hope that in the week to come, as we create fire with this candle, that we use it to build warmth and light, and for that work of how we enter the week can impact our world.
Ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei haesh borei meorei haesh ya elai ya la 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 ya ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la
Over the past couple of years, I've really dove into the Jewish community, and it's been such a rewarding journey for me. It's been filled with many ups and downs, but mostly ups. To be honest, through this involvement, I've had an incredible opportunity to make friends from all over the world, which has been nothing short of amazing. It's like having this global family that you can always count on, no matter where you are. When I was younger, I knew that I was Jewish, but it was mostly because my parents made me go to Sunday school. I kind of just went along with it, but even when I began preparing for my bar mitzvah, I was kind of just doing it because my parents thought it was important. I mean, they were supportive, but I just wanted the party and the gifts. After my bar mitzvah, something really shifted. I really got into it. I became a madrich, which is like a counselor or a leader for younger kids, and I started attending more events. It was a whole new world, and I was loving every minute of it. Then, in the summer of 2025, I decided to roll in confirmation classes. This was a significant change for me. It was like stepping into a new chapter of my life, and I made a ton more friends and genuinely looked forward to going to class every Wednesday. One of the highlights of this experience was my trip to Washington, D.C. This trip was a game changer for me. The connections and friendships I made during this time, along with the incredible experiences we shared, were so important to me. We visited cool places like the Lincoln Memorial and the Holocaust Museum. It was just awesome to be there with such an amazing group of people. Now, I have friends that I can count on no matter what, and I've done things that most people will never get to do or experience. It's having these unforgettable moments that I will cherish forever. That's awesome to me. As a kid, going to Sunday school was the last thing I wanted to do. Like, who wants to go to school on Sunday? But over the years, my perspective has totally flipped. Now, I'm genuinely excited to spend time with my friends and give back to the community that gave me so much. I found my place, and I couldn't be happier. My biggest takeaway from this whole journey is that you really have to put yourself out there and take risks to make those meaningful connections. This has been a crazy experience for me, and I'm grateful for every step of it. I can't wait to see where this journey takes me next.
Mike.
Havdalah asks us to notice the difference between light and dark, between Shabbat and the week ahead. Tonight, we also mark a boundary for our students between the Jewish education of childhood and the Jewish choices of adulthood. For our families, between the years of bringing your children to learn and the years of watching them carry it themselves. What do you remember about this moment?
What do you want to remember about this moment?
My daughter has such amazing Jewish things that you care for her.
Lovely.
I want to remember the power of the voices of you all and how you brought us together.
Power of voices. One more. How your heart is bursting from witnessing and watching them. Beautiful.
Ya Eli, ya la 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 la, ya Eli, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya Eli, la la ya la la la, ya Eli, ya la 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 la, ya Eli, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ya Eli ya la 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 ya Eli ya la 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 ya la 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 ya Eli ya la 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 ya la la.
Why am I here? That's the question I've been asking myself every Wednesday night for the past year, and prior to that, every Sunday morning as a kid. The short answer is because I'm a Jew. But then that raises a second question. What does it mean that I'm a Jew? Does it mean that I had a bat mitzvah, I learned to read Hebrew, and I pray in a certain way? Or does it mean something more? The main point of confirmation is to ask questions about Judaism. But I always found myself coming back to that same question. Why am I here? Why am I not at home finishing my homework? For a long time, that answer was because my parents made me be here. But eventually, that answer began to change. Eventually, it became because my friends are here. And then, because I want to be here. This change didn't happen because I had some crazy life-changing moment, but because I realized what it meant for me to be a Jew. It means building meaningful relationships. It means fighting for what's right, not just in DC, but every day. It means caring for the earth and being the best version of myself. It means working hard for what I believe in. It means loving and caring in every way that I can. It means seeing God in our beautiful world and appreciating the little things. And sometimes it means driving to Boulder during rush hour after 3 hours of mock trial. It means that I get to have all these incredible people in my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned a lot this year. about Judaism, about myself, and about the world. And even though it can be pretty hard to be a Jew with how the world is right now, I'm so infinitely grateful that I am one. From playing horses with Julie as a kid to walking Capitol Hill with the RAC, I've gotten so much joy, so much love, and so many incredible experiences from our community. Maybe I'm not the perfect Jew, but I am a Jew. Every part of me is. So that really is why I'm here, because I am a Jew.
המבדיל בין קודש לחול, חטאותינו הוא ימחול, זרענו וכספנו ירבה כחול, וככוכבים